Hello, welcome to the White Walkers. I am Richard Walker, and I'm joined as always by my lovely partner, Rebecca.
Hello.
And today we have Tyrell Wars against Night's Watch Reign. Tyrell Wars, piloted by Petit Pique, against Argento. Both French players found their way to the top table.
Seems good.
Yeah. So, what do you think to the setups, Rebecca?
So, Argento is set up with Cruster, Dragonclaw Dagger, is it Builder at the Wall? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Little dude, and a Great Hall. So it seems pretty strong. Like, Cruster's going to give him a bit of protection against any of, is it Petit Pique? Is that how we say it?
Yeah, Petit Pique.
Petit Pique. Oh, I do wish these French players wouldn't use their weird online handles.
Well, some people take their data protection seriously, I guess.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's anything to do with that, but it might be, so...
Maybe.
So, you know, if they prefer that on their Jousting Pavilion,
Then fair enough.
seems fair to assume they don't want their name public.
And then on the left, then Petit Pique has played Eleanor, so be able to play out 2 limiteds if he wants to. He's got a Rose Garden, and I'm not entirely sure what that Glare card is. I think it... I was going to say Garden Caretaker, but that would be a really, really bad setup, wouldn't it?
Yeah, ideally it'd be a 4 or 5 coster.
Yeah, maybe we'll see, like, you know, once the Glare's covered a little bit.
Yeah.
But plot-wise, though, we've got Late Summer Feast here on the left.
Yep.
2 here to serve on the right from Argento. I keep want to call him Argentino, but that's like that's like a nationality, isn't it?
So
maybe it is a caretaker. Oh no, it's Leighton.
Leighton
Because
Hightower.
he's just knelt him to put Hightower in.
Gotcha.
There we go. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, it's a strange using the setup, but I guess getting the Hightower up first so that he can play some characters and draw the cards and get the gold is good.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen anyone do it like that before. Also played a Pleasure Barge there too, so that's got him an extra couple of cards. And then I believe that's Red Wine Straits that came out.
Yep, Red Wine Straits, and now we have an Arbor Vineyard.
Wow, all the econ.
Yeah.
Because of course Eleanor, so we can play
Eleanor's
2.
done some work, so he's really established a strong backboard quite quickly.
All the gold. Probably just needs an extra character. Flipping heck. If Argento's got PD, Petit Pique is not going to be happy. I think that was a flea bottom he just put down then.
I don't think Argento will run Political Disaster. Argento has put his list on Zone DB a lot over the past 9 months.
Okay.
Because he played last regional season the Super Steward deck. And so this is the evolved version of the Super Steward deck, which runs John, Wildling John in the Night's Watch Reign.
Oh, okay.
And he was the guy that also ran 3 Bowen Marsh and a load of stewards. You may remember last regional season I played Super Steward, and it's basically a version of Argento's deck.
Oh, right. So we can find his deck list online pretty much then?
Yep,
Or
I think
at
he's
least
posted at least 2 or 3 versions of it.
Oh, okay. Has he posted since Zeros?
Yes.
Oh, perfect.
Yes.
Oh, there
He
you go
said
then.
he thinks this is the last time I think he will play it,
Okay.
because breaking ties really hurts it.
Yeah.
Its
fair
impactful
enough.
characters like Jon Snow are just not loyal. And Jon Snow's a really strong part of Night's Watch Reign. And for the fact that it's not loyal, Andrew can be removed by sacrificing a really cheap loyal chud to remove Jon from the board.
It's a bit sad, isn't it?
Bearing in mind you would like to load Jon up with attachments, such as Noble Lineage, Dragonglass Dagger, Long Claw. To lose all them and bring them back to your hand is also really, really
Quite
annoying.
costly. Yeah. That makes sense. So Argento then has played out a dupe on Aemon. Knelt the Build at the Wall. I'm guessing in preparation. Oh no, to play out this economy location. What's that? The
Underground Vault.
That's it. And you nail that if your opponent's gold value is 5 or more. Is that right to get 2?
Yes.
Yeah. So he would have got 2 gold back from that.
He would.
Also playing a Steward there, and then finally nailing the Great Hall. Whoa! Okay, I'm paying some gold to get a Corin.
This is a really
Wow.
strong play because Petit Pique has,
0 military icons.
Yeah, he doesn't. I got a feeling he's saving some gold and he's maybe going to jump in a. Yep, there we go. A a non-unique Chud who Corwin can kill. So although Petit Peak triggers the high tower and draws a card, he's still going to have the same board presence after the round, probably 2 characters.
So also there, he jumped in the Old Town Informer and bestowed her, triggered the high tower to gain a gold and draw a card, and then triggered the Informer to draw 2 cards and discard 2 cards.
I think he discarded a high tower spy there.
I'm not entirely sure. I can't quite see it.
I think I maybe saw a high tower spy, and he does have the flea bottom and a gold to use it.
Yeah. So by doing that, he's managed to get in some things in his flea bottom. So he's going to have something there to, sort of bump the board up a little bit, or a bit of military claim, and also gets that gold back from the high tower. So he's got the gold to use with flea bottom. So it was easily worth bestowing the Informer for 2.
Sounds good.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'd imagine, seeing as his plot is Late Summer Feast, he probably doesn't want to give Argento too many cards, so he might not do any challenges, or maybe he will. Maybe an intrigue or something, just to try and... Yeah, there we go, intrigue. Maybe try and get some of those tricks out of Argento's hand. But it does leave him very open, coming back to any challenges that Argento might want to do.
He's gone in for 6 strength. And you still have the maybe strength boost in the flea bottom. So that's the possibility. I don't think Argento can win it by 5. I don't think he can reach 11 strength. Because Craster will be 6, Eamon is 2.
Is Craster 6 strength?
He is with the Dragon Glass Dagger, yeah.
Ah, how much strength is he normally?
4.
3. 4, oh, okay.
Oh,
ooh.
That is a nice pull. Both of these players are, I think they're faction loyalists. Argento, like we say, has been playing Night's Watch Reign for almost a year. Petit Peak, I played at Starlek in November, and he was playing Tyrell then, playing Tyrell Reigns at the time.
Okay.
So yeah, I think they're both faction loyalists, and I think they will know their decks inside out. So I wouldn't expect too many mistakes. Like mistriggers and things like that. I think they'll both definitely know what they're doing.
I think Petit Peak is certainly very on the ball with all his reactions, and how he wants to bestow and for those interactions to work. At the moment, obviously, we're only less than 10 minutes in, but he seems to know what he's doing.
He's a really nice player to play against as well.
Yeah?
I played against him once or twice in the melee, and he was always reminding people to take... things like, when they had the Littlefinger title where you get Master Coin.
Oh, right.
And people kept forgetting to take that, and he was always, on the ball, reminding them to take their gold.
Okay, that's
so he's
good.
quite a conscientious player. I do like, playing against him.
Yeah. What's that, the one that he's just killed for claim? The one that you jumped in with...
the High Tower Spy.
High Tower Spy. Can you remember what that one does again?
Yeah, you can trigger the reaction, and you look at the top card of your deck.
Oh, no, I don't think it was that one. Wasn't it a different one?
I wasn't really looking.
Oh, okay.
I was talking. I can't look. I can't,
You can't look and
watch
talk
the
at
game
the
and
same
talk
time.
at the same time. I mean, I cannot multitask.
That's fair enough. I totally understand that. I live with you, so yeah.
I thought it was a spy though, but maybe it wasn't.
I don't know. I thought the artwork looked different.
What other jumpy shit have we got?
Maybe it was. I don't know. So we've got Power Behind the Throne there, revealed with Reigns. And taking Lord Renly's Ride out of Petit Peak's hand. So he can use that token now to stand Corwin and come back in with a power. So that's pretty cool. He's going to get 2 renown on Corwin this turn. It's a nice jump. And the power's unopposed as well, so it's a really big jump actually.
Yeah, so maybe that intrigue challenge by Petit Peak was not the best choice, because it gave Argento power to steal and extra card from Late Summer Feast.
And also meant that Petit Peak couldn't defend the intrigue by enough to stop Argento from winning by 5 as well. So
yeah, so he got 7 power, Argento.
Yes, quite a jump.
It is. It's a really strong turn 1.
And he's got a really nice board as well. He's got a bit of economy to support him. A couple of chuds to help economy-wise, so, reducing cost of locations and characters. And then he's got a couple of strong bodies on the board too, plus a save module on Eamon. So, yeah, if I was Argento, I'd be really happy with my board at the moment. Pitapika, on the other hand, has got a very, very strong backboard.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he might think about wiping the board somehow.
I don't think Tyrell really runs reset.
Many wipes, no.
So I expect him to build a strong board now, get a character or two out, a big character or two out.
He needs a big character to count in the Corrin, because Corrin is just going to eat through his characters here.
I mean, at this stage of the game, you're probably looking for someone like Renly.
Yeah.
Tricon, Renown, Insight, sometimes double Insight, and he's a king. I'm sure Petite going to be running King Plot. He plays King Plot. There you go.
There you go.
So, fortunately for Argento, he played Late Summer Feast, so he's going to have a significant amount of gold. If he played something lower gold, he wouldn't have been able to get a lot out because he wouldn't be able to trigger the Steward at the Wall, the Build at the Wall, the Great Hall, or the Underground Vault.
To be honest, though, I think Argento's got such a strong board at the moment anyway. It wouldn't be a massive issue if he'd played like a 4 gold or a 5 gold plot and just had that.
Yeah.
I don't think it would be an issue. He doesn't need to play out lots of characters at the moment. In fact, playing out lots of characters at the moment would be a bad idea because sometimes High Walls does run Wildfire and you don't want to spread too wide, especially when Petite only got 3 characters on the board. You don't want to push too far, basically.
I understand that.
It's not like Night's Watch Reigns is going to be running Tindermarge to go and grab a big lord after Wildfire or anything, so...
Yeah. I mean, Argento's in a good position right now to, next round, play something like Valar Morghulis, if he wanted to. Because Petit Pete can't save anything, whereas Craster's immune from the Valar. Maester Aemon has a dupe, and Aemon can kneel to save Corrin. So he could put pressure on depending on what card he has.
Yeah. I noticed that Argento has also marshalled the Wall, Isle of Ravens, and Holder this turn. So again, strong characters, although he's not really going to be able to do anything with them this turn because he doesn't have a king. But at least a setup for next turn.
Yeah, and I mean the Wall gives a blanket +1 strength boost, which is not insignificant with the chud that he had on the board. Don't know, he got a 2 strength builder at the Wall, a 2 strength steward at the Wall. I'm not sure what card T-Peak's playing there.
I think he's duped Leighton.
Did he play the King attachment?
Yes, that's what I was going to say. I think he's put the Crown of Golden Roses on him.
Yeah.
Which is unusual. I feel like he would have been better putting it on Night Flowers, maybe. Night Flowers is a lord, isn't he?
He is.
Yeah. Because Leighton, I feel like you'd be using him more to kneel him and put stuff in. Is generally how you try to use him. So might not be going into as many challenges. But it might be that he wanted to reduce the cost of the Night of Flowers and therefore get the crown out before he played the Night of Flowers, maybe.
Yeah.
And also, he wouldn't be able to trigger Hightower if he hadn't have put the crown out first onto Leighton.
True.
So maybe he really did need that extra gold and cards. Although saying that, he's passing, so...
Maybe he has an ambush.
I'd assume
Argento's
so.
definitely counting his gold.
Has he got there? 5?
5, maybe 6. I don't know. He would have got... is there a summer plot? There is a summer plot, so he would have got 4 from his Arbor Vineyard.
Nice. Less
Plus-
1 because of Pleasure Barge.
And then +2 because of Red Wine Strait.
Plus 5 from the plot itself.
Yeah.
That's one thing I love about Tyra Wars, just all the gold and all the cards. It's just like,
I think he got
don't
6
need
gold.
anything else. What, in total?
Yeah.
Left or he
Yeah,
collected?
left.
Yeah, I was going to say he definitely collected more than 6 gold. I
think-
tell you what, the new High Sparrow against Tyrell Wars.
Tyrell.
Tyrell Wars
Dear.
would be lovely.
Oh,
Ooh,
Night
off to
Flowers is
Goldtown.
off to Goldtown.
So that one is where you give a character all 3 icons, and then you draw a card. Does it do anything else?
No.
Okay.
It's, it's an interesting card. Gives everyone an icon. Good if you're playing against Martell or you're playing Dire Wolves or something.
Yeah, that's
And it
true.
replaces itself, which probably is the thing that makes it playable.
I'm surprised it's being used in this Tyrell Wars deck though, because it's not like Tyrell is short of bicons and tricons.
Perhaps he's worried about military icons. I don't know. Because Tyrell don't really have a lot of military icons.
Mm.
And indeed,
Also
Petit
in,
Peak hasn't played many.
That's true. Also, should probably point out, in playing the event, it did let him react with the Knight of Flowers' special reaction. So he gets +2 strength for each event that's played.
Yeah.
Is that correct? Yeah.
That is correct.
So after you play an event, you get +2 strength. So we're also now playing Lord Renly's Ride on Knight of Flowers. So he's going to get another +2, so he'd be +4.
So 3 plus 4, 7 strength, plus whatever Renly's Ride is.
Yes, so whatever was in the dead pile. And there was definitely stuff in there because we know a couple of Treads were killed last turn from Corrin. So he's probably on about 10 strength now, which means he's going to be able to intimidate what he wants.
Is he going to go for Corrin?
It depends if he wants to try and stop the Reigns trigger. No, he's going to go for Corrin. Okay. So he's not as concerned about the Reigns trigger then.
No, I mean, Corrin got the military icon. He can hurt Petit Peak's board. And he's got renown. And he doesn't really want Argento speeding up. You know, he's already got 7 power on turn 1. He doesn't want him to be able to accelerate away.
Yes, it's true.
So kneeling the renown is a good choice.
Also there, just to note, the wall has been knelt because it was an unopposed.
Yeah,
However,
forced reaction it was.
Yeah, however, it doesn't matter too much anyway because the wall won't be able to trigger his turn without his king. Not that you get kings in Night's Watch. Unless you're running wildlings and mounts and stuff, but...
Yeah.
Who does that, right?
So now we have Flea Bottom. Oh, Elena's Informant.
Ooh.
That will allow Petit Peak to have another challenge.
Think we'll go for another power? Get a couple of power challenges through? I mean, there's only Howard standing, so...
Yep, another power challenge.
Is he done a power already?
Or maybe not. I don't know. This is a very different Tyrell War to James Walmsley, Euros winning deck.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know James didn't run Pleasure Barges. I don't believe he ran the Informant, Eleanor's Informants either.
No Informant. No Off to Gold Town.
Yeah.
No Arbor Vineyards.
No Renly's Ride.
No, I think we swapped them out for Growing Strongs.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because you were the only other person who ran Pulling the String.
Yeah.
Whereas all the others jumped ship and played Coppers.
Yeah. Pulling the Strings is good. I enjoyed having Pulling the Strings. There were a few times I'd prefer Coppers, I think. But Pulling the Strings did give me a bit of flexibility.
Yeah. Both of these players did quite well at Euros overall.
Do you know where they both came?
I think they both came at least top 32. Regardless of the outcome of this match.
But to be fair, they're on 3 wins and 0 losses at the moment.
Yep.
So...
Bodes well.
Yeah. So they needed, 2 more wins in the next 4 games to get through to the cut. So it's definitely doable from these two.
You know our Patreon, Alejandro?
Yeah.
He sent me a message saying, oh, if you see Argento, tell him I said hi. And so apparently they met at some point.
Oh, okay.
And during my win and in game, before the top 32, I leant over and said, oh, do you know Alejandro? And he's like, yeah, I do. I said, oh, he said hi. And he's like, oh, yeah.
Very random.
So speaking of Patreon...
We have a new Patreon, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
One of the Silent Sisters. Well, maybe even the top Silent Sister, right? Didn't she run them all?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah. Elizabeth Conn?
Yeah, Elizabeth Conn.
Thank you very much, Elizabeth.
Thank you.
Always lovely to see you guys.
See you guys?
Yeah, saw her at Starlick.
I thought you meant you made it sound as if we're seeing them now.
Well, no, but she messaged me just a few days ago. Actually, she was trying to see if we were going to some of the Starlick events.
Hello.
Yeah.
Road to Starlick.
Yeah, it's on the road to Starlick.
Are we?
Probably not the abroad ones.
Oh.
Sorry.
I see.
We're trying to save money, remember?
It's like that.
Yes.
I'm being restricted.
We are restricting ourselves. Yes. However, we will be travelling to a lot of the regionals this year. So hopefully we're getting some footage from those, to get out over the summer. So yeah, got all those to come. But yes, anyway, thank you, Elizabeth.
Thank you.
You're Patreonism, is that word?
Patreonism.
Is that the wrong word to use?
Probably.
Is appreciated.
Right, so let's talk about the board.
Is something happening?
Well, a lot of things have happened since we, derailed.
Go on then.
Argento played Nothing Burns. No, that's not
No,
it. The Fire
that
Burns.
burns.
They all burn.
It's got fire in it.
Got
It
fire in
burns.
it. It burns. And how about Petit Peak? I'm not sure what he played.
Warrens of the South, I believe that is.
Oh, gross.
Yeah, so he needed a bit of strength on the board, especially with Corin out as well, to sort of help him defend those military challenges. But he has got Randall.
Yeah. So with Argento being 7-0 up after round 1, been pegged back to 4-6.
Yeah.
So that was a good tempo boost for Petit Peak.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like Argento was going to smash this game, but now it's...
King of the North is a really good plot against Argento's deck, as is Breaking Ties.
And unfortunately, they're both plots that are often run in Tyrell Wars.
Yes.
So there's a good chance we'll see Breaking Ties at some point, especially if Argento gets out Wildling John or something.
Yeah, that said, we haven't seen many loyal characters from Petit Peak.
There aren't many, like for the Tyrell. For this Tyrell Wars deck, I don't know obviously about Petit Peak specifically, but in Mana's deck that I was playing as well, I think we only really had one Butterbumps, a couple of the Old Town Informers.
Colon.
I think there's probably only maybe 5 or 6 that were good targets for
That's all you
Breaking
need.
Ties.
You just need to marshal one, then you can sacrifice it, flea bottom it, sacrifice it again.
Yeah.
You just need the one.
Yeah,
And
it's
that's
just
why it's
finding
a
the
little
one on
bit-
a good turn.
That's why it's a little bit too strong right now because of flea bottom, I think. It'd be nice to see them both on a restricted list.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got another builder. What's that? The military power icon on the bottom, furthest away from us on you.
It's Old Bear Mormont.
What? Is it?
Yeah, it is.
Do people play that?
Yeah, well, I think it's actually a pretty good tech card. At the moment, where flea bottom is everywhere, a non-unique chud going in and out of the discard pile.
What does he do?
When you win a challenge with Old Bear Mormont, either attacking or defending, you can take a non-unique character from your opponent's discard pile and put it into play under your own control.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool, and like I said, it's pretty good in the flea bottom meta where everybody's using non-unique chud and bouncing them in and out. So those High Tower Spies, Olena's Informants, and the Old Town Informers.
Shadow City Bastards.
Shadow City Bastards.
Get those bastard things.
Yeah. Dornish Spies. Second Sons. Plenty of good targets.
Good targets.
So of course your opponent will want to flea bottom them in before Old Bear Mormont wins the challenge. But if there's more than one in the discard pile, then
you're sorted. Yeah. So just as a heads up then, so we've got Randall and Knight of Flowers coming in from military, from Petit Peak. And because of Argento's plot, he doesn't need to kneel anything in defence. We've got Marjorie coming in from Flea Bottom and using her strength bump on Randall, causing his reaction to let him to stand. So at the moment, am I going to do the maths? This might be a bad idea. What strength is Old Bear Mormont?
Why was Randall kneeling?
He was attacking in the military.
Didn't he trigger the Wardens of the South? Just to stand him?
I think he forgot.
Oh.
Because I think, if I remember correctly, because they were speaking in French this entire thing, which wasn't fun when I was trying to figure out what challenge I did. Luckily, military is like military or something like that. So
Really?
I was like, oh, that's easy enough. Yeah, the power and intrigue I was getting a bit confused from. But anywho, I think he was saying that he forgot to trigger his plot. For Randall. He
Damn.
did just play Off to Gold Town on Randall and used that reaction on Knight of Flowers too. So Knight of Flowers would also be boost in the military here.
Very good. I like that.
So I think Randall's on 8 strength and the Knight of Flowers would be on 5.
Yep.
Having forgotten the reactions. But it looks like Yannick must have won because he's stealing the...
Yeah, we've got Corin Halfhand and Old Bear, which are 5 each, plus
the wall.
The wall, which make them 6 each for 12. Dragon Class Daggers have been knelt to boost them to 14, which beat Knight of Flowers 5 and Randall 8, which is 13.
Ah, there you go. Thank you. I'm glad you're here for math.
So Argento won that, triggered the Renown on Corin, and triggered Old Bear to take a Courtier.
Is it High Guard and Courtier?
Yeah.
Cool. And they're the ones that you kneel to stun someone if their strength is increased?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's them.
So, Peter Peak decided not to do any more challenges after that. And Argento's coming in with the intrigue.
It's pretty demoralising having to attack against a non-kneeling to defend board.
Oh,
especially when you're the first player.
Yeah, it's really annoying unless it's me playing left and right and Brienne with a king, and then I don't mind.
Yeah.
That's just gross.
You enjoy that yourself, yeah?
Yeah. Non-kneeling defenders is just horrible to face. Just like, what's the point?
So non-kneeling attackers.
Yeah.
Non-kneeling attackers going first is horrible.
There's not too many non-kneeling attackers. Like what? Jaime, Cersei,
Jaime, Cersei, Myrcella.
The little Myrcella.
Yeah, 3 Lannisters. Imagine if people actually played that event. A Lannister always pays their debts. Where you lose a challenge and then you get an extra military and an extra intrigue challenge. Seems mean.
Didn't even remember what that card did, to be honest.
Yeah, it seems a bit niche. Lannister aren't very good at the moment, are they?
Do you think they'll come back? Got some
not yet.
Good strong cards coming in, right?
Don't know.
Haven't we had some spoilers recently?
Not really, no. Not since the actual pack came out. They were the ones that were spoiled.
The spoilers I was thinking of. Because that pack's got, what's his face? Robert Strong, right?
Yeah.
He's pretty mean.
He does seem mean. I don't like him. He's scary.
Okay, I need to start playing Lannister.
So, what just happened there, Bex? Argento did some challenges and rocketed up to 12.
He did. I mean, you've basically explained what happened, to be honest.
There's another big tempo swing in favour of Argento in the Night's Watch Reign. You've got so many characters there to do challenges with.
Yeah, I mean, Argento got 6 power in that turn in comparison to Pitapika and got 1. So it's quite a big difference.
I mean, if Argento was behind, he could do something like, you know, a reset because he can save a lot of his board. However, he doesn't need to. He got the characters there to still push through some challenges. He might like, you know, Jon Snow right about now.
Ooh, Wildfire. See, I told you.
What did you tell me?
I told you that Tyrell Wars often runs Wildfire.
Do they? I think this might be the only Tyrell Ward I've ever seen run Wildfire.
Didn't we see someone in the last game run Wildfire?
No. I don't know.
Pretty sure we did.
I don't know. I don't know. But this kind of explains why Petit Peak hadn't extended his board so much.
Do you think he will now?
Could do. I mean, who's he going to kill? Maybe Ellery, maybe Eleanor. I think they both outlived their youthfulness.
Yeah, it makes sense to get rid of them too. And that's what he's doing. So keeping Knight of Flowers, Randall and Leighton. The, what did you say it was? Minstrel? Is it a Minstrel?
High Garden Courtier.
Yeah, that one.
You can call it a minstrel if you like, but that's not what it is.
So the High Garden Courtier killed on Argento's side, which of course makes total and utter sense. And Craster, does he save himself?
No, Craster's not immune to the wildfire.
Ah, okay.
I wonder who Argento is thinking of saving.
Well, it looks like he's triggering Craster to get everyone back again.
Yeah.
Do you think that was a smart play?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Because
Peter Peak has got some stronger characters now, hasn't he? That would overpower the 3 that was left on Argento's side. So
yeah. I mean, the question here is that he didn't lose any of the renown on Corin because Wildfire, you know, if someone had played Valar Morghulis, then Argento would have been in the tough decision to decide whether to, you know, kneel Maester Aemon to save Corin.
Yeah, definitely.
Or whether he wanted to trigger Craster and just bring him back and let him die and bring him back and leave Aemon standing. You know, choices.
I think if there was a Valar, then he would have definitely knelt Aemon to save Corin, and Crest would have saved himself, so he'd have been left with 3 characters on the board.
So would he have triggered Cresta to bring the others back?
Probably not, because
Petit
Peak would have lost Randall, Knight of Flowers. I would have brought them back.
The Wildfire worked out okay, but it didn't really do a lot.
If anything, it's actually minus Argento's board by 2 and increased Petit Peak's board by 1 because he got the oh my god, it's not a minstrel. What is it?
A courtier.
Courtier. Okay.
Courtier, man. Argento's got
my memory's so
Big
bad.
John out.
Big John,
Big
not
John.
Wildling John. Big John.
Got Big John because he's big and got lots of strength.
Yeah, and he's milked Randall.
Here we go.
Seems good. So what's Big John gonna do for Argento then?
He's got stealth. He can push through the rain challenge if he wants it. Neither of them are going to have any gold left. So, no free bottom this turn.
That's a lot of builders.
Yeah, it is.
Triple Santa.
Didn't even trigger his underground vault.
Oh yeah. Oh, there's no point because supporting the faith. So it might just be that Argento didn't have anything.
Didn't have a use for the gold.
Yeah. Oh, so Argento just saying, actually, sorry, can I just do something? And he's putting a Dragonglass dagger onto John, leaving the builder to do that. He should have just got the gold, surely.
Yeah.
And then he could have had the character standing. But I guess if he was sort of like, hey, wait, can I do this? He'd probably think
Sometimes when you're playing, you don't see your location. I always
That
forget
happened to you a
things
lot.
like last half. I forget I have it.
Probably a good one to remember that you've got.
Yeah.
Ooh, King Renly. That's on the board. That's a big.
He's big.
Argento's going to struggle to get any challenges through here, but if he can just defend and win Dom,
Nah.
then he's won, right? All he needs is Dom and the wall.
He could attack. He got stealth.
He does, but does he need to? I mean, look at that board. I think I prefer to just defend, try and defend something with Corin to get the renown.
I mean, what intrigue strength has Petit Peak got? He got 3 strength Leighton, ignoring Renly if he gets stealth, and 3 strength Eleanor. So he's only got 6 strength. So
And
Argento
Allery.
could just do
And Allery.
Where's Allery? Oh, yeah, hiding under the Renly. So 9 strength. He could do intrigue, stealthing somebody. He could maybe try and trigger Rain and play some, because John will restand. And Petit Pete doesn't have gold for Nightmare because supporting the Faith. So, you know, in theory, he could trigger Rain, restand John, flip into Game of Thrones.
Yeah, but
And then stall
to
the game
win
up.
by 5 with John, John's what, 6 strength?
John
7?
is 7 strength with the wall, 9 strength with the Dragonglass dagger, which is equal to what Petit Pete could defend with. And he's got at least 2 Howler triggers on the board. So if he committed John and Maester Aemon, for example, he could trigger Reigns.
Yeah.
And then if he had something like supporting the Faith. Because if Petit Pete defends with Leighton, Allery and Eleanor, then he's not really going to be in a position to get through an intrigue because he'll only have Renly left.
Yeah. Well, Argento's just going in with John here, stealthing Renly, as we said.
Yeah, he's going to do the thing.
Just going to defend.
But I don't think he's going to win. So he's defending for 9 against Jon Snow's 9.
Yeah, and Argento can't win by 5 now.
Yeah, he's only got 3 Howler triggers on the board that I can see. But he does win,
Yeah.
which means he can
Oh,
restand.
does he? Wait a minute.
I know he's using the crown to boost. And restanding Leighton. So Leighton gets an extra 2 strength.
So it's now 11?
Yep, he can trigger the crown again. if he wants to. And Argento can buff with Howder by 3.
So just buffing by 2 there.
Yeah, to force Petit Pique to do it again. Oh, Petit Pique triggering Leighton.
Okay, to bring in
Hightower Spy to boost Leighton's
cool.
strength by 2.
That's actually pretty clever. So Leighton's strength is now quite a lot. I think Petit Pique's winning by 2 at the moment.
Leighton's strength is 7. Yeah, Petit Pique is winning by 2, which I don't think Argento can reach, which means he's not going to restand John. So the trick there from Tyrell was, even though he didn't have any gold, you know, it's quite impressive. You used Crown of Golden Roses. He used Leighton to bring in a Hightower
really
Spy to trigger the Hightower Spy. So those triggers boosting Leighton's strength means he can trigger the Courtier. So all these little triggers, quite interesting.
Yeah, no, I think that's a really good play, a really good way to get around not having any gold in the Challengers phase too.
But ultimately, Petit Pique has 5 kneeling characters to Argento's 1 kneeling character.
Yeah, that's also true.
So it expended a lot of resources just to stop that one challenge, and if he lost that one challenge, Argento restands John, and there's no change in his board really.
Yeah. Do you think that Petit Pique maybe should have just made sure he didn't win by 5 but let it go through?
If he lets it go through, Jon Snow restands and he can use stealth once again on the military challenge, and he doesn't have that many military icons.
So it's interesting what Argento's doing here. So he's trying to get Petit Pique's board now out, I think. He did a tiny power challenge there with the builder, encouraging Petit Pique to defend against it to get his renown. But all this means is Petit Pique has got fewer and fewer characters with which to come back and attack Argento with. So long as Argento can win the power challenge, he's probably going to win Dom, because Petit Pique's only got 2 characters left. So I think Argento's got it here. Unless Petit Pique's got some trick that he can force a power challenge through. But I think Argento's got, like, what? I don't know. How much power strength has he got on the board?
Argento?
Yeah.
There's Corin, which would be 7 strength.
Is that including the wall?
Yeah. Oh, no, it's not. 7 strength, plus a builder for 8 strength, Mormont, 13, Howder, 15. Add those wall powers, strength, then it's 19.
Okay. Yeah.
He's got enough to win a power challenge, get the renown on Corin. But he wants to get his wall trigger.
Well, yeah. He should be able to, though, shouldn't he?
Well, if he stops attacking, sure.
Yeah, if he just sits, whatever Petit Pique does now, I think he's got it. Yeah, there you go. So, yeah, Argento taking the win there with his Night's Watch reigns. Thanks everyone as always for watching, and thanks as always to all our patrons for supporting us.
Yeah, thanks for watching our content, guys, and putting up with our voices.
Yeah. If you would like to support the channel, you can do so by going to patreon.com/The White Walkers.
Thanks again, Elizabeth.
Thanks, Elizabeth. And yeah, we'll be getting out the next video as soon as we can.
Hey.
Woo. So, see you next time.
Bye.
Bye, guys.